but always moving. The things I fought to learn have become the things I breathe. The hardest lessons turn into what I don't have to believe. Second nature, worn in deep. These are mine now, mine to keep. Second nature, soft and real, no longer something I have to feel. Second nature, it's just there, like breathing cool and evening air. I used to have to remind myself to be gentle, to be kind. Now it lives upon the shelf that's always open in my mind. Second nature, worn in deep. These are mine now, mine to keep. Second nature, soft and real, no longer something I have to feel. Second nature, it's just there, like breathing cool and evening air. Some things take time, and they just become you. Silk against the cold November. You were something I can't name. Not the kind you should remember. Not the kind you should have claimed. and static, dark and warm. You were calm inside my storm. Silk and static, real and strange. The only thing I didn't change. I don't wanna name it, I don't wanna hold it still. Let it move like velvet haze. Let it bend against my will. Silk and static. Silk and static. Warm. The late current pulls me eastward through the streets I barely know. Something in the night moves seaward, and I follow the soft undertow. Late current, moving still. Something gentle has its will. Late current, carry me into wherever I need to be. Late current, soft and white, pulling gently from the inside. I don't fight the late direction of the mood that finds me here. There's a kind of soft perfection in the pool that I can only feel. Late current, carry me into whatever I need to be. Late current, soft and white, pulling deep, still descending. There's a depth beneath the surface where the noise can't reach me now. I go there without purpose, without knowing why or how. Deep enough to finally rest, deep enough to feel my chest. Open up and let it go, deep enough to let things flow. I used to fear the quiet deep, the stillness underneath the sound. Now I go there just to keep the part of me that can be found. Deep enough to finally rest, deep enough to feel my chest. Open up and let it go, deep enough to let things flow. Not drowning, just descending. Not lost, just softly bending into something calm and true, into something warm and new. Deep enough, deep, still descending. You never said you'd stay forever. You just stayed a little long, and I was good at almost never getting used to feeling wrong. Almost yours in the dark, almost real, almost art. You were close enough to touch, almost everything, almost too much. The light comes in at 5 in the morning, finds me where you left me cold. I stopped believing in the warning signs I should've known to hold. Almost yours in the dark, almost real, almost hard. You were close enough to touch, almost everything, almost too things accumulate so slowly. You barely notice them arriving. The warmth, the ease, there's something holy that comes from quietly surviving. Slow accumulation, grain by grain. Not dramatic, not a refrain. Slow accumulation, soft and real. More than I expected to feel. One good sleep, one honest meal, one conversation that felt real. One moment when the city breathed, and I breathed with it, relieved. Slow accumulation, grain by grain. Not dramatic, not a refrain. Slow accumulation, soft and real. More than I expected to feel. It doesn't come all at once. It never does. It comes in the small, in the barely noticeable, in the almost nothing that adds up to everything, accumulating slowly. Getting there, getting there. The harbor has a depth that holds the ships that need to rest a while. A depth that shelters and enfolds. Before the next departure mile. Harbor depth, hold me still. Deeper than the surface thrill. Harbor depth, safe and wide. The depth that holds from the inside. I am in my harbor now, resting at the proper depth. Not sure of the next when and how, just grateful for the harbor's breath. Harbor depth, hold me still. Deeper than the surface thrill. Harbor depth, safe and wide. The depth that holds to the open. In the harbor depth, resting in the deep still water, ready when I'm ready. The evening finds its balance slowly between the done and the undone. Something quiet, something holy in the settling of the sun. Evening balance, soft and found. Everything returning to the ground. Evening balance, warm and true. Everything the evening knew. I've stopped fighting the imbalance of days that tip too far one way. The evening always finds its balance and levels out before next day. Evening balance, soft and found. Everything returning to the ground. Evening balance, warm and true. Everything the evening knew. The balance comes on its own if you stop trying to force it. If you let the evening do what evenings have always known to do. Balance now. The evening found it. Always does. I keep my eyes on the low horizon, not the peaks that others climb. The line where earth and sky keep rising slowly in their own good time. Low horizon, my things are. Before the morning finds me here, before it asks me who I've been, I wanna hold this dark, sincere, and everything it holds between. Before morning finds me in this quiet I have made, before morning reminds me of everything the light has said. The morning is so full of questions. The dark requires nothing much, just presence without the suggestions of who I am supposed to touch. Before morning finds me in this quiet I have made, before morning reminds me of everything the light has said. A few more minutes in the dark that asks nothing. A few more minutes before the day begins its asking. Not yet, just a little more dark. Just this. The residual light of the day lingers longer than the sun. In windows where the curtains sway, long after everything is done. Residual light still warm, long after the passing of the storm. Residual light, soft remain, the glow that follows after rain. Residual light from people who passed through my life and left their warmth remaining like a steeple, even after they have left. Residual light still warm, long after the passing of the storm. Residual light, soft remain, the glow that follows after rain. what you carry on. Still glowing from light that others left. Still warm from it. What do you do with all the salt? The tears you never let out right. When everything feels like your fault and silence is the only light. Salt and silence, old and true. This is how I come back to you. Salt and silence, soft and deep. All the things I couldn't keep. Salt and silence, mine to hold. Warm enough against the cold. I've learned to sit with what remains when all the loudness fades away. What's left is neither loss nor gains, just quietly another day. Salt and silence, old and true. This is how I come back to you. Salt and silence, soft and deep. All the things I couldn't keep. Salt and silence, mine to hold. Warm enough against the cold. Salt and silence, still mine, still warm. I'm going somewhere slow tonight, without a destination clear.